Alright, Eugene Backyard Repair here for another. We're back on another snowblower here. This is a yard machine. Sorry, it's upside down. 80 horsepower, 26 inch. We're going to do another auger belt. Like I said, this is a very common failure. This one's a dual belt setup. Dual belts. Runs down around the bottom pulley here. Missing the... Oh, hang on, let's get you up here so you can see. You can see there's a bolt sticking out, missing a pulley off there, which I got the pulley. I got to find the nut for that. So we're going to put a new pulley on this one. Down here there's a spring. The shaft right here is a pivot point, so it pulls a plate in to drive the wheels. Well, there's a spring that's supposed to be on the other side that's missing, so we're going to replace that too. We just did a video on the last 522 yard machine, will it run, which it did, and that was actually already going. I posted the video on Saturday. I posted the snowblower on Saturday. By Sunday morning it was going. This one's going too as soon as I'm done with it. Somebody where I work requested if I get snowblower to let him know, and this will be it. As long as we're gonna do a video on the dual belt setup here first, and then we'll do a video on will this engine run. I don't know if it runs. I don't know. Hang on. Alright. It does release pullover. So we're already there. Hopefully it doesn't need a carburetor. Hopefully it doesn't need a carburetor, because that's usually the common failure. And hopefully somebody didn't leave. This guy's been pretty good. Hopefully somebody didn't leave fuel in this tank, and the carburetor is really bad. Alright, we're going to pause you here a second. I'm going to get some tools. I need some I think 1/2 inch. We showed this in the other video. There's 3 bolts on either side down here. Gonna take them out so we can split this apart. Or we can start with the clip. Let me get my mat. Oh, this got to come off anyway. Pull a clip. Washer. Turn the handle. This will unscrew. The washer and the clip back on if I can. This clip's a little bent. I might end up putting a new clip on this one, because the end of this clip is supposed to be bent up a little bit so it'll start. This one's not. Alright, well anyway, that's how you get. We'll put this back on there and we'll bring you back when I got some. Alright, we're back. We got a 1/2 inch wrench. Got 3 bolts here. I'll just show you the start of this. And actually, I don't think I tightened these up. Nah. This one needed a belt before, so somebody already had it apart. So we got 3 bolts and lock washers down here. Tires are I'm trying not to touch the tires on my sweatshirt. They're so muddy. Two. Probably some rust on them. They're not bad. Of course, I'm keeping the needle nose out. Of course not. Get these washers off. Dropped the first one. Don't know where it went. Oh, found it. Alright. I'm grabbing the needle nose. Grab the magnet too. Hopefully I can sneak the magnet in and just suck them off. Alright, there we go. There's two. Let's try this one. Come on. Alright. Now push it back in. Got it. Alright, we got 3 more on the other side doing the. I'll just pause you right here and we'll get the other side out because I gotta reach over the machine and then we'll split this apart and show you how to get the belts on this one. I gotta get that bolt out too because that bolt's supposed to go in the other direction. Alright, we got all the bolts out. Now let's wiggle this thing apart. Back is the heavy part. Should brought something over here to lean this on. Let's try this. Nope. Gotta probably turn around and this thing will fall. Got nothing else to lean it on. That's a little too long. I can see what's going to happen with that. It's going to fall to the ground. Try to turn sideways here so I can lean it on the table. Well, it's either going to stay or it's going to run me over. Alright. We can bring you on back here so you can see the other side. Alright, there's the dual belt setup. Here's the bolt for the pulley, which I got to figure out how to get it out because this needs to come off because these are going the other way. And over here is where the spring was missing. It's supposed to hook on here and hook on the side of this machine somewhere. Just a return spring. We got that right here on the bench. Hang on. Here it is. They come in a pack of 2. Trying to see if you can see the number there. It's above the barcode. It's okay. Everything comes in packs of 2s. It's the same spring for multiple machines, so you might be using it for a different one. Okay, I'm trying to move you over here a little bit. Sorry, make it a little busy. Spring on. Should just hook here. Oh no, I think it hooks in the same. Yeah, hooks right here and hooks down over the side like so. This spring seems to be a little bit long. I might have to shorten that up some because it should pull on it and it's not really. I mean, yeah, should pull it way back out and that's not really. It's just a return. Yeah, that spring's not really pulling on it that well. Try it there. Right there. That's it. That's all it does. Just a return. Like I said, it was going to work with it or without it, so. Anyway, alright, we're going to pull you. I'm going to try to get the bolt out down there below you. Hang on. Alright, we're back. We're going to remove the pulley. There's a brake on the side here, and that'll allow that lever to move out farther. So we're going to try to remove this pulley. Another common failure point is underneath the pulley anyway. There's a spring, and then now I see why they give you 2 springs in the bag. There's a spring over here. You'll see it in a second. I forgot this is 2-piece. There, this bolt went flying out. But there's a, yeah, we'll use a puller, but there's a bearing on the back side here. You can see these 3 bolts. They sometimes go bad too, which causes slack in the propeller side. It's the side that propels it out. So sometimes you have to replace them too. Back on. Pull the brake back out. Oh, there's that second spring right there. So I'm going to look back in that bag. Make sure one of these springs is shorter than the other one, and it's not. Anyway, get this back on. Next fun trick will be to find the nut for the other side of that bolt. That bolt's a fine thread. It might not end up being fine thread. It might end up being coarse thread by the time I'm done. I might be running a die down it. This ratchet wrench is broken anyway. I'm not gonna hurt it. I'm gonna give her a hammer. Give her a couple of persuasive hits. Use an impact on this, but that should be tight enough. Wasn't that tight when I took it off. Alright, so we're gonna back you up here a little bit so I can flip this up and see if I can find I don't like this one though. My other one, this hole right here is slotted, so you can put more tension on a pulley if the belt stretches. So actually I like the design on the other one. This one's only got here. Next hole's way over here, and if you ever moving it that far, you need more than the belt. Alright, hang on. Yeah, fine thread. I'm gonna go over here in the stash and see if I find a lock nut. We found a nut that fits it. It's not a lock nut, but we'll take a punch or something and put a dimple on either side of this, and then it'll like push the threads in a little bit so it'll bite into it as it screws on. Alright, there we go. We'll show you what we did. So we can get it. See, we put took a chisel and put some dents inward. That'll bite onto the bolt threads, because this is supposed to have a lock nut on it. See if I can get you over top here so you can see what I'm doing. There's a bracket. You don't fall over. Bolt doesn't need a washer. This one goes through here, and then the nut goes on the other side. This nut looks like it might be a little bit short. How's the pulley look though? Pulley looks good. Looks like this bracket might be bent out just a touch, but looks like we'll make it. Let's see. If not, I got some 9/16 of course. If not, I got some Loctite we can screw it onto. Grab some wrenches. Grab some blue Loctite. Try to dribble it behind it, but I don't like that. I can't see if I got it or not. Alright. Got some Loctite on the bolt. I also could have tried turning this around. There I got. It's tight. I got the spot that I dimpled. Smells like butter. Perfect. Alright. Few belts on there. I think I showed this in my last video, but we'll show it again. There's the belt, there's the part number. I got one open already because the other one was only a single. They come as in sets because I think I looked for belts for this one, and this one is a dual setup. I push this in because you need to release the brake to get the belt behind it. Oh, you know something? If I remember right from my last video, I should save this pulley for last. Because if I remember right, you gotta Alright, so that one doesn't go stick behind the brake. I gotta drop this one in after I put it together. If I remember right, you gotta pull the belt way far that way to get over the pulleys on the machine. So I put it back together and I gotta take it off. Then if the nut falls, I'm gonna be taking it back apart twice. Whatever. It's okay. I wish I could find something to hold this here, but alright, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pause this and back you up so I can tip this up and slide these two heads back together. Maybe off to the side a little bit here. There we go. Sometimes lining these things back up is the trick. I thought I had a small bungee cord out, but I don't see it now. Just to hold this belt up. If I can hold it up like this, I can it'll stay on until I get them together. Let's see if I got a big bungee cord, a short one. Hang on. There we go. That way I can just hook them to the top of the shoe here, and at least they won't fall. At least the outside one won't. The inside one can't fall off. It's on the behind the brake. That'll do. All right, that's the fun. This half is heavy. Get this half. And up with this half. Damn. And not break your toe. Alright, I think we're lined up. I see a top hole on that one. Give me a nut and a lock washer on that one. I can wiggle around and get the other ones to line up. Come on, bolt. Play nice. Alright. Seems to be just a touch off here. I see a top one on the other side. See if we can suck it in some of these top ones. That side isn't bad on my new side. I just want to get this sucked in so I can get that belt on for that Loctite hardens up. I mean, not that you can't get it back off, but the original nut must be skinnier. Alright, so I got them locked the top ones on so it can't fall apart. Now, I grab my 14s and my 9/16 and take that pulley back off. Because I need to get the belts over this first and then put the pulley on. I thought that's how it was, but you know, I'm thinking this one's a different size. I can get, maybe I can get away with it. Nope. All right. Whew. She's that thing bit in pretty good. I didn't think them dents would work that good. There we go. Set this wrench down so I can get my fingers around it a little bit better. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to end up dropping the nut. Maybe we should grab the nut with a pair of needle nose and turn the bolt. Set it up here. Now, the Monday cord. See which turns. I can probably pull it over. Alright, so it turns that way. I'm going to get it started on this side. One up, over. That's two over. Alright. The belts are on. Looking down the side, they're on the pulleys. Grab my bolt. I probably could have took a hair off of this collar here and shortened it up some, but I got it Loctite on this and I got it pretty cranked down pretty good. Not like there's any pressure on the bolt. It's a pulley, so it's just spinning. Oh, I'm like, where'd the other wrench go? How about I dropped it on the other side of the snowblower? I got this magnet a long time ago. A Blue Point? It's sure a good magnet. Got it at a flea market, I think. Next one is getting there's a cable that rides down. Let me make sure you can see here. Let's see if I can move you a little bit. There's a cable that rides down this side over here, comes around. Yeah, we ran out of space. Camera stop, but that cable runs down along here, goes around back, and hooks to the pulley over here. Of course, the two bolts are missing to hold the bracket to. There's a bracket on the side here. There's two bolts missing, so I have to find them. So hang on. Alright, I found two bolts. Trying to find that bracket so I can show you what it looks like. That bracket, just to spring to pull on that pulley to engage the drive, and then the other end hooks to the handle. Sometimes the tricky part is getting this onto that plate. I probably should have done this before I put the belt on. Let me put these up here. Can't see where it hooks is the problem. I think it hooks right down the top, but it's off close to the cable. Hang on, let me get a light. Can't see where it hooks. I didn't even think to look why it was flipped on the front. Yeah, the hole's right towards the top. Problem is to get enough slack in the cable to go around the belt. Well, this could be a challenge. Got it to the hole. Come on. Use a pair of needle nose to push it through. It's to the spot, just didn't go all the way in. And grab the spring with a pair of nail nose so I can fish it the rest of the way in. There it goes. Alright, so it's not impossible. It just would have been much easier to hook this on there without the belts around it. Hoping these bolts are the right, into the right threes with the self-starting point, but are they the right thread type? We're about to find out. They seem to be. Just rusting the threads. Remember what I said about not trying to set that wheel on my sweatshirt because of money? Well, that went out the window. She tightened. Yeah, rusting the threads. I don't know how long this thing's been apart. The guy I got from didn't say. Gotta go back to his house and pick up his current snowblower and do a service on that too. That's tight. Trying to make sure I get my finger out between the wrench and the frame of the snowblower before the wrench slipped and I twist my finger. Then I had to pause and no. No or very minimal foul language on this channel. Trying to get the bolts on this side. He's got lock washers on it. Split lock. Alright. There we go. We got 3 more on the other side. Down in here. So much more fun if I didn't have to reach over top. Then I put my hand in front of the camera too. Try it from this side. They can't really. Pin in axle for differential action. Pin in wheel for straight axle action. I don't know what that means. If you took that pin out, the wheel will fall off. Oh, maybe there's a hole outside the hole through the rim that you can just put it on there so the axle free, so you can free float. These are, I think both this snowblower and the last one I did, are gear drive. Gear drives are a little rough to pull when they're not running. That one was tight. Oh, don't worry, I gotta find more than bolts. I forgot. I'm missing the cover, which bolts here and on the opposite side. I have the cover somewhere. We're gonna make sure this doesn't bind any. Oh, we're good. We're good there. Alright, let me grab a cover and 2 more screws here. Alright, I got the cover, and these are easy start. They're called easy starts. They got points on them, so they're easier up the center. I mean, there's probably other names for them, but that's what I was always called them, or told they were called. Sometimes this cover's a little bit tricky to get underneath the... Oh, there she goes. She dropped right in. Sometimes it's a little tricky to get under the chute. Got one bolt over here. we got the extra long extension. These are the same bolts I used on the bracket, so whoops, somebody else would take this apart, they wouldn't have to remember which bolts came out of where, because this bolt will fit right where the other ones are. One there, one on the opposite side. A little trick to this though, if you line up the groove that the snowblower uses for the gear on the thing to adjust it left to right, sometimes you get the socket and the extension right in that groove. That way you don't have to go underneath it. So now this has gotten two new auger belts. Usually the dry belt doesn't usually go bad too often because it runs a rubber. The only thing it does, it constantly spins and runs a rubber wheel. And if you have issues, usually the rubber wheel will slip. Yeah, like I said, we straightened out that key, the clip that holds this onto the front here. Move you over a little bit. Turn, shoot, turn. Shoot, turn. There we go. Get this back in the bracket down here. Yeah, I bent the pin a little bit so a little bit easier to put in. Turn it a little bit. It'll screw into there. The washer on the outside. There's washer on the inside, washer on the outside. Clip back through. There we go. Computer's operating. I don't want to turn it too far, I'll knock you over. So there we go. That's all the parts back. Squeezing the handle for the only thing it does is pull that pulley I showed you. That pulley on this side, it just pulls the pulley to tighten up the belt, and I can feel it on here. There's a tension, so it's operating the auger. So, oh, I just found something. We'll share it here. Now that we're towards the end of this video, anyway. Here's the belt that came off of it. She's about smooth. Try to get you in so you can see. Look at the teeth. Here's what they're supposed to look like. Now I didn't use this kind of belt on the last one I did because I couldn't get that belt. I couldn't find them. I ended up putting which is a standard one for snowboarders, a smooth belt. But I also sent him the guy that bought it. I also, which I think I put in the video, I sent this belt with it, so he got an extra belt. So, oh, that's right, this one needs the old famous key too. In case you don't see all my videos, I'm going to share the number for the key. There it is. The key. Both of them are missing. I mean, it's not critical. You got about start. You can stick a popsicle stick in this thing and start it, but these keys are cool Chinese aftermarket stuff. They're tight. See, in the last video I had where the key goes way back here. I had to stretch the metal out for the key to go in. This one looks like when I actually do a video to see if this will run, I'm gonna do the same thing. Oh, I'll show you something I made that people try to argue with me that you can just Alright, this is the tip you up. This is the handle that controls the chute. This is the bushing that's supposed to keep this thing from just turning backwards. I mean, see how sloppy that is? I created last year, and then some people telling me you're wasting your time because you just turn this thing, this bracket right here, just turn it and make it bite on the thing. But you can't, because this washer wears out, and this one is form fitted around the bar. So if you turn this bracket and tighten this nut down, it's gonna go right back to where it was because it's wrapped around it. That's when these came in. Them last year, they replaced, well, this one I'd have to thread it more, but it replaces this with this, and then you can tighten these two nuts down and it'll tighten these two plates together. It'll squeeze on this, but it won't squeeze it flat. So if you need a little bit more, you just tighten them down some more. Boom, problem solved. Got beat up by some people on the internet saying it was a waste of money. All you have to do is tighten down that bolt. Well, that's great until you end up with one like this where it's a solid bracket. You can't tighten down the bolt. Most of them are, see if I got one to show you. Here's what a lot of them have. They have this rod to it with this bushing right here. This one been squeezed and pinched, but you can see how thin it, hang on. You can see how thin it got at the top there. You can't twist this into this arm. You can see right there. You can't twist this into this arm anymore. Twist into them to say they'll add more bite on. It just wears the bushing out, and then it ends up, this bushing just ends up falling out. So I don't know. They can say what they want. I think that what I invented there works really good. I've used it on 2 snowblowers now, and it worked great. So whatever. Like I said, there's always them people that don't, you know, no matter what you do, you save a little money by making something. Then they're gonna say, well, why don't you go buy the stuff? Well, if I had the money to go buy this stuff, then I wouldn't be making it. But then if you make it, you get the satisfaction of saying now that it works. You know, and it works just as well as something you can buy. And they don't even sell nothing like that. You have to buy another one of these, which just is a replacement for my other snowblower. And you can see the wear spot in this one. This one wore out too. Alright, we're going to end this video, and let me pause you here and back you up and clean up some of this mess. Alright, we got you up in the portable stand here, or the handheld, or the GorillaPod. I don't know, it's one with the weird legs that you can bend all over everything. Anyway, there she is. Got some rust on it, but that's how I have one of the old snowblowers. It's probably a mid-90s snowblower, so cover all back on. Got the handle back on. Next we'll have to do a will it run on this one. Hopefully it better run. I just spent some good money on parts here. Pulley, belts, key. You gotta add something in time. I probably got 50 bucks. Which isn't bad. I mean, if you can fix it yourself for 50 bucks, go for it. You know, that's what this is all about. That's why we share these videos. You couldn't get the shop to fix it for 50 bucks, I can tell you that. It's $80 around here just to pick it up. That's just the pickup fee for the bring it to their shop to fix it. So you can fix it yourself for 50 bucks. Fix it. Like I said, the only other problem is sometimes that bearing on the inside back side of this fails, but that's not even hard to change. If you got to go way back in my videos, but if you look back far enough, you'll find a John Deere I did with a bad bearing that I replaced. So it's possible, and when I changed that bearing, that thing ran beautiful. I think I got that machine for $50. $50, and put a new bearing in it, and it worked beautiful. I sold it, and I have never heard back any complaints about this. So, alright, we'll end this video here. This will be my last video for 2024. Next, we'll start off the new year with a will it run video. I got to finish up. Hopefully it runs. Like I said, I'm really hoping. I mean, I can part it out the starter alone. You watch my other video, this starter right there, they're not cheap. I got the starter, the gas tank, the chute, you know, there's parts if I need it. I don't like to keep stuff laying around for parts. I usually strip them down and call the scrap guy and have him come pick up what's left, and he'll make some money off of it. So like I said, this is my last video for 2025. So you guys all have a Merry Christmas and a good New Year. Hopefully 2025 will be a little bit better than the last couple of years that we've had with inflation and problems around the world, and we'll see what 2025 brings. Alright, so we're going to end this here. Get any information on this video, please like, share, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and on Facebook, Park Project, funny videos, things of nature, screenshots, roadside finds, share videos, things of nature, all kinds of cool stuff like that. Drift grill when I can get it on film. Actually, the parts for this blower and the other one, I don't think I ever posted up on my Instagram, which I will post now, even though I just put these parts on, but that'll post before this video drops, so I'll probably try to post that today. So like I said, go sign up for both of them. One of them has no S on the end, so it's Eugene's Backyard Repair or Eugene's Backyard Repair. It's free. Instagram's free. My Facebook is free. YouTube is free. So don't feel scared to sign up for any of them. You know, it's not going to cost you anything. Hit that subscribe button. You know, if you would, just click on that subscribe. Hit that thumbs up or make a comment. Hopefully a good comment, not a bad one, but I'll take whatever you want to give me. Make sure the notification bell has to be turned on. If not, if I put out more videos, I fix lots of stuff, so there might be something that you might be interested to take a shot at. Like I said, as in that part, like I showed you, don't be that person. I watch lots of people on Facebook share videos of stuff they have created, and everybody's got to be well, only if they made a tool that did the same thing. Well, that's great. They make a tool, so maybe I didn't have the money. I made it myself. You can't just say, hey, you know, that didn't come out too bad. It works almost good, or it works as good as the tool. No, they always got to make a bad comment. So don't be that person. There's enough people in the world like that. You don't need to be another one. So you know, try to be kind to some people, and you know, some people you can't help yourself. I give you that. So keep that in thought. God bless you all. Have a good night. We're out of here. Peace. And one more to walk around. This one is same as the other one, 6-speed. 2 reverse. Let's see. We'll flip it around here real quick. I probably showed this a couple times in my video, but my 2025 ended up pretty good with my 450R. I purchased about a month ago now. So we got, I've done this lots of times, but people don't know, there's an XR100R, a 450R, been raced twice. That was it, never been raced again. We got ourselves the XR70 and almost a mint condition XR80 behind it. I have a RM80 outside in the shop, in the portable garage, and I got a 300EX out there in the shop. I got a bunch of TRX 125s, some here, some of them at friend's house. I got a KLX. I don't know. I got a Kawasaki 400. That one's been over at my son's job for years, though. Now he needs to bring it back so I can tear that down and fix it if it's fixable. But anyway, so I figure I'll flip you around. Show you 2024 hasn't all been bad. Hasn't been great, but it hasn't all been bad. Alright, we'll say it once again. In Christmas time, you all have a good Christmas, a good New Year. God bless you all, and we're out of here. Peace.